Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine. All right, so got some trailers that dropped today, and I want to go ahead and get a little review on it. But before I do that, I got intro. All right, I'm back. All right, so saw a trailer drop this morning. This is for a movie that they had brought the trailer out a little while back. This already was going to be released sooner, and when they sold, this is called New Mutants. New Mutants by 20th Century Fox. This is a branch off of the X-Men. This was going to be in the X-Men universe. The universe that they was going to try to kick off with 20th Century Fox. After Marvel got their universe, everybody tried to do a universe. So then they tried to just do an X-Men universe. Even though X-Men is with Marvel, 20th Century Fox just tried to do a whole X-Men universe. And New Mutants were a branch off of X-Men comic. So New Mutants were basically, they was still in the X-Men universe, and they were mutants that put a little team together. Not the X-Men, but they knew the X-Men. So they was like, they put their own team together to model themselves after X-Men maybe. And I think Cyclops started their group or whatever. It was like one of the X-Men members started recruiting mutants, and they was all young, and they was all like had different weird powers or whatever. So anywho, they tried to make this little movie. Now, I was hearing that this was going to be a horror movie because one of the comics, it was like one mutant that has a power to make people have illusions and stuff. And so they was going to play it up like a horror movie. And it was, and the whole antagonist of the movie is going to be a mutant that got some kind of powers that's kind of scary or whatever. I think that was kind of stupid, but we'll see. And they use old girl Arya Stark from Game of Thrones because of popularity. So she's going to be the star of this. And when they sold their properties to Disney, they kind of pulled the plug on it. So what they did was, it was already complete and it was already ready to go. And they decided to not release it. I think they probably reshot a lot of it, and they might have redid it. So they finally ready to release this. It's coming out in June, though. So they released this new trailer. And they probably changed the whole thing. So we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this little trailer and see what it do. So without further ado, New Mutants. Okay. So without further ado, New Mutants.
What's the last thing you remember, Danny? He said we had to run. The reason you survived is because you're a very uncommon girl. You're not alone. Not anymore. Do you know what mutants are? Would anyone like to share their first time? Rain?
I was 13. I thought it was a dream. I just lost control.
Sam?
I started panicking. People got hurt.
Roberto?
My girlfriend, I burned her.
Ileana?
I killed 18 men.
Ileana.
1.
That's Colossus shit.
This isn't a hospital. It's a cage.
It's important we find out your power so we can help you get better.
I saw something I don't think she wanted me to see. I don't think we're here to get better.
This place
Cannonball.
takes your greatest fear and makes you live through it until it kills you.
always there. We can get out of this together.
It's coming out in April now. I thought it said June. Okay. Alrighty. All right. That's New Mutants. That is New Mutants. A lot of the same tropes they use in X-Men. You feel like they want to take this to another level and they can't. It's like you're not doing nothing new. By us seeing those powers, the cool powers, that's been done. And kind of cheap throwing out everybody's name so people can be like, oh, that's such and such. Oh, Sam. Oh, that's Cannonball. Like, I mean, that was for the fans. That was for the fans of the X-Force comics, because New Mutants really turned into X-Force. They basically was a branch off of X-Men group that they never joined the X-Men, so they was like, well, we're going to start our own group, and that was the X-Force, which, I mean, you just pretty much stole their name, whatever. But I'm looking like, yeah, this is a lot of the same kind of stuff. I mean, it looked like they make it look like a horror movie. I give them that. Horror movie with people with superpowers, okay. But I can tell you already, they're not going to be able to hold back the comic book tropes that they use in these movies, which not that cool no more because we've seen it 100 times. It's like, oh, she can turn into metal, or her eyes can glow and she can shoot laser beams or whatever. Okay, that's okay, but we've seen that 100 times now. This would have been dope back in 2003, but I mean, now we done seen so many superhero movies that, I mean, you got to give me something else. I mean, I ain't gonna say it looked bad, I just don't like all the cheap efforts of trying to give those the comic book fans those little shout outs. A lot of people won't know what that is unless you're a fan of the comics or whatever, but I noticed it right away. I mean, it's cool. It looks like it's gonna be kind of entertaining or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be like a bottle film where it kind of look like a Nightmare on Elm Street scenario, but they got superpowers. And I guess they can be fun, but they need to let go of trying to connect it to X-Men so much. That's basically what they're trying to do. So, yeah, I feel like after this movie's done, they need to just scrap this whole shared universe with the X-Men and bring the X-Men over to the Marvel universe. I think that was going to be the plan anyway. So they got this movie, so they got to release it. I mean, you ain't going to just sit on it. Now, they pushed back the release, I'm thinking like, okay, since they pushed back the release, they're going to, try to change it or fix it. It don't look like they're doing too much things different there, but we'll see. It comes out in April. I will check that out and see and get a review up for it. I don't know. I don't have great feelings about it. It looks like a lot of the same crap. But I mean, they trying though. I give them that. They are trying because they're trying to blend the superhero genre with the horror genre. I don't know if that's going to work. The way they're doing it, I don't know if they're going to work. I think they need to commit to one and slowly bring in another. But they merging them too hard. You got too much superhero shit going on and too much horror shit going on, and y'all merging it too hard. Where I'm like, okay, y'all forcing it. Maybe if you commit to one genre and slowly bring in some tropes from the other genre, that probably would work better. But look like they just going full force with both of them. So, I don't know about this one, but we'll see. It looks at least watchable, but it looks like some of the same shit. Like I Am Number 4 or something like that. It's on the level of those kind of movies where you watch them once and then you're like, okay, I'm done. This is not going in my Blu-ray collection, but it was cool. So, all right, that is my reaction for New Mutants. It's coming out in April, so it ain't too long from now. I will be getting the interview. I will be getting a review up for that. Thanks for checking out the video. I'm gonna be out there. Thanks for checking out the video. Give some thumbs ups give me some comments. I want to know what other people think about that. But also subscribe to the channel, man. I need some subscriptions. So please subscribe to the channel. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.